Hello everyone, my name is Neon, one part of that gaming couple, and this is a tutorial for a small automated wool farm. So I've got two examples. The one here on the left is slightly slower than the one on the right, and that is because there's less grass surrounding this one than this one. So there's an extra row here, which basically lets the grass where the sheep is standing on, or the dirt in this case, standing on, regrow. So this works with basically the sheep is standing on this dirt block, and whenever there's grass there, it can eat the grass, which regrows the wool. And when it eats the grass, it turns the block to dirt, and there's an observer here which picks up that change, which then sends a signal up to the dispenser, which has shears in there. And there's a little note block attached to it, so basically whenever it triggers, there's a sound. I just like that. It's not really needed for this design. And there's a minecart hopper inside this dirt block and hopper beneath it, and that hopper sends then the item into this chest. As you can see, it's working very nicely. So today I'll be showing you how to make this automated wool farm. Even though it's slightly less efficient, I just like the look a little bit better of it, that you can see the sheep inside. To make that, you need the items in this shulker box, which is 11 grass blocks. Any block, I use smooth stone. 4 slabs, can be any slabs. Stairs, again, can be any stairs. You need some glass blocks, 10 to be exact. Sea lanterns or glowstone for light. An observer, a dispenser, a hopper, minecart hopper, a redstone, and a chest. And additionally, of course, you need a sheep, some shears, of course, and these 3 items, that is a power drill, a piston, and a stone button. And that's just temporarily. You can reuse these items. So to build this farm, you need to get like a little Y shape, so 3 tall and then 2 on the side like this. And you need to place a stairs block here, a chest there, and then this hopper pointing into that chest. So if you don't want to open it, you need to shift click. You need to place the grass around like so. Then you need to place a observer in this direction, so the signal is out here. Behind the observer you need to place a stone block. Then you can place the slabs right like so, so right next to the observer, right above these grass blocks. Then you need to get the powered rail and the button and the stone button. Don't need these items anymore. So again, you shift click with the powered rail onto the hopper so that it's placed on the hopper. You place the minecart hopper right on top of the powered rail. Then you can break this powered rail. We don't need it anymore. Then we need the, I already have the piston right in my inventory. You basically need to do it correctly. You need to place a grass block right there. If you want, you can already place the sea lantern right on top of the chest. A sea lantern is basically like a invisible block or air block, because you can still open a chest right through the sea lantern block, which I think is always nice. So then you need to place the piston right above there. Then you don't need these blocks anymore. You can place the button right there. Now really make sure that you remove the power drill, otherwise this move won't work. What we're going to do is we're going to push this grass block right into the minecart hopper. So you press the button flies off, and the grass block is now right into that block. And any items that fall on this grass block are automatically placed into this chest. So then we don't need the piston anymore. And then next is we need to place grass like so. If I can jump correctly, we place the dispenser right there. And then we need to pick up the shears. Shears can go in there. We need the redstone dust and the egg as well. And let's get the glass block also. So we place a redstone dust right behind the dispenser. And then all we need to do is place more grass right here. Took a quick peek on what to do. So we need to place glass like so all around. And a sea lantern here. Again, you don't really need to have this here. I just like to look more like this. And then finally you need to spawn a sheep or drag a sheep right in there. It should just be enough to drag a sheep in with a leash if you have one, or push it in manually slowly. It does work, it does fit in there. I did try. So I will spawn a sheep in there. And now as soon as this starts eating the grass, it will cut the sheep to, well, right now it will probably not eat very quickly. So what I usually do is just power it once, the dispenser, so that I, where did I place that? So that I know it's working properly. So what you do is there and there, everything got sheared. So now we have the grass regrown naturally, and we're just waiting for the sheep to eat the grass, just to prove that it actually works. And there we have it. It just ate the grass, and as soon as it ate the grass, the dispenser was triggered and the sheep got sheared automatically, and all the wool ends up in the chest below. Works perfectly. May not be the fastest one, but yeah, if you're just on your own, it's a really nice simple thing, especially if it's in your own base. As long as you're there, it will always get triggered and whatnot. So I think that's very nice. So one of the things that you can do with these farms is just chain them together. All you would need to do is just copy these two sections right here over and over again until the number of pods that you like. Of course, there are 16 different types of wool, so having 16 of these pods would make sense. And then another thing that you can do to automate it even further is have a hopper pointed to the dispenser with a hopper chain right above it and a chest filled with shears. And then you will never run out of dispensers to shear the sheep. Of course, probably 9 shears in the dispenser might already be enough for you. Of course, it all depends how much time you spend in your base. I hope you enjoyed this short tutorial to make a automated wool farm. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you have any questions or comments about these wool farms, do let me know in the comments below. And I hope to see you again in the next tutorial. Bye bye!